with the answer. Because I was actually doing a case study on Mohan Jaikaran and the mistakes that he would have made. Paisa.
What's up, Floops?
So tell me, how did Chutney blow up?
All right. So I don't want to talk to because I'm working. So
Right.
I just packed up on the time driving. So let me give you a fast
History lesson.
run now how right. So remember before they really named our style of music Chutney.
You used to call it local singing.
No.
What?
They used to call it breakaway.
Breakaway. Okay, I'm learning something.
Right.
Learning.
But before breakaway, right? Before they had band music and they had classical singing in Trinidad. They used to, like when someone getting married,
Yeah.
they used to have dance. So what happened is like because Hindu weddings because of this they used to have like a play, like a act, like Ravan and Sita and Ram and all of this, right? And that way they used to have something called Harichan dance, and they used to call Harichan or Biraha or Nagara, and they would dance, right? But Harichan dance used to be like it used to be a play, a acting, right? So that's one. Now, secondly, due to the classical singing, right? Classical singing. Now we have like different style of singing where you could sing slow and go fast, and come back slow and go fast. And then we have Kimta, like it based on a Dadra beat.
Somebody take notes here. It's a plenty thing to research.
Right.
What is that?
Right. It called Kimta, which is like long ago, these classical singers will sing slow and they like in a Dadra beat, and then they will go to something called Bharti. Bharti means fast, and then they will come back slow and end the song. So it had all different types that branch off. Now, Surinamese had their own style of breakaway or that style of singing. Guyanese have their own style.
Right.
Trinidad have their own style.
Right.
Right. Now, basically what happened is I can remember as a little boy, right? No, I didn't know when they used to have a wedding long ago, men will be singing downstairs and women will be singing upstairs inside the house.
Peeling like pumpkin and things?
Chutney, let me tell you, Chutney wasn't for man, was an embarrassment for men to sing.
Serious?
Yeah, Chutney really was, it's for them, the ladies used to get together and dancing with their bygone and their pumpkin and making their little joke and singing fast.
Yeah.
Right, and making their little slack joke upstairs in the house. When the woman singing, no man will be around, right? Now, you will never hear a man sing Chutney songs long ago. Never. Men used to sing classical songs.
Like 10 singing?
And, right. Maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning, they will say, boy, sing us something a little fast. And a man will sing a Kimta, where you go slow and then fast. And everybody like, Kimta is like, Aaj Sawaliya, Sasude Gade Jana, Sasude Gade Jana. Aaj Sawaliya. Right? That is a Kimta. Right? So plenty of these songs, when they start singing Chutney, plenty of these classical songs, they start singing taking Kimtas and song, classical song and making it fast. But anyhow, so many years ago, many years ago, they bring Ramdel Chaitu from Suriname to Trinidad. Moin Mohammed, the Mohammed family, in fact, used to get together, and Moin Mohammed used to do really big shows in Naparima Bowl and Queen's Hall in Port of Spain. No, Queen's Hall, it's a forum, it's a stage that if you get back in the days, if you perform in Queen's Hall, that means you're really good, right? Okay. That means to sing on those stage and thing was like you're a big artist in Trinidad. Man like Isaac Yankaran and KB Singh and Hendry Tolom Dindial and Hanif Mohammed, right? And Yusuf Khan. Them was the singers back in the days. Ramdini Sharma, Ram Charitar, Abdul Kushrazak, and I could go on, right? But anyhow, so what happened really is we had Ramdel Chaitu, we had Drupati from Suriname that came, and they had a show many years ago in Naparima Bowl in the early 70s, where they had Sagar Sukraj, the Sukraj family, We have Paulie Sukraj, we have
Paulie
Sagar Sukraj, we have the next brother, he died, Bisun Sukraj. Then they had a sister named Rajdev Sukraj. And they had a clash with Drupati from Suriname and Rajdev Sukraj.
The live recording thing where she record the album.
Right. With Rajdev Sukraj, right? Not Paulie Sukraj, Rajdev Sukraj.
Right.
No, that is one, right? So as we go along and they start going along again and they're singing. So what happened in 1988 now? We're jumping from the 60s and we're going to 1988.
Mm-hmm.
In 1988, Moin Mohammed, remember this carefully, yeah? This is how Chutney blew up in Trinidad, right?
Moin Mohammed.
So Narpopo was already doing his local song, which I say local song, right? He was taking even Bollywood. Nana Chale Aage Aage. That's a Bollywood tune, you know. That's a song from India.
What's the original song?
The tune, I don't know the original song, but I know the tune is an India's tune. Nana Chale Aage Aage Nani. That is a Bollywood tune.
Okay.
If you Google and you will find it online. I heard it one time, but I don't know the lyrics. But I know the tune is a Bollywood tune.
Melody.
The melody, right?
Right.
So Nar was already doing his local song and one or two fast woman song like Abina Jaibe and Amna Jaibe Sasuda. That was wedding song. Sasuda means you're talking about the in-laws and all these things, right?
Yeah.
But anyhow, so Moin Mohammed had a show in 1988 with the woman singing competition, and all the best women in Trinidad took part in that. Right? I can remember.
And who win?
All right, well, I'll come to that.
Sorry.
We had who won the competition in 1988 was a lady called Supriya Majunga, right? You guys don't know that, and nobody know about she, right? Supriya Majunga, she sang a song called Ek Radha Ek Hi Hu. I can't remember. It's a Radha Krishna song she sang, but anyhow. So we in those days you had all the best. Kamron Ali, Supriya Majunga, Sally Edwards, Geeta Kewal Singh. I don't know if I can't remember if Paulie Sukraj. I didn't think Paulie was there because Paulie went to India to study. We had Angie Gyan, we had Nazimul's sister. Or it's a host of the old artists.
Look at it, right? Here it is. You ever thought about like penning your thoughts?
I never did it before, but anyhow, listen. Let me blow up Chutney for you fast.
Blow it up.
In that same competition, Floops. In that same competition, all the women except my small sister, she was the youngest in that category. She was 9 years old. Rohini Jewan Singh. If you go on YouTube, you'll see she. Rohini Jewan. My sister was the youngest competitor in 1988, Rohini Jewan Singh, right? But in that same competition, all the women were singing film song. Some were singing classical songs. And it had one woman called Auntie Rosie Siu. Take a organ, drum and dantal. The competition was in Tunapuna, right? The competition was in Tunapuna in a cinema, right? And halfway in the competition, the preliminaries, remember this? The preliminaries. Auntie Rosie going and bust a fast song with her organ. You there?
Yeah, bust a fast song.
Remember this carefully.
I tell you to write down these things. There's too much I think to remember.
Auntie Rosie, bust a Chutney. Right? That's the song she sing. And when Auntie Rosie bust this song, the people going crazy in the cinema. The people going crazy. You know what happened after? Moin Mohammed. I show you about Moin Mohammed.
Yes, I know about Moin Mohammed.
Moin Mohammed was the biggest promoter and record producer in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Moin and Kamaluddin and Shah Mohammed and them, right? Moin Mohammed say, listen to me, the grand finals of the ladies competition, the grand finals, I want all your women to sing a Chutney. Sing your song, and then sing your song of choice, and then sing a Chutney for your third rounds. So Moin make a record with all the contestant, the woman contestant, the female contestant. He made a cassette, a recording, and that is the first Chutney apart from that's how Chutney really blew up. Then 1989, that's 88. That is 88. 1989, they used to have something called cultural pageant in Trinidad.
I know about that.
Right. They had 5 categories.
5.
They had Queen, Tassa, Dance, Queen, and local song.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Chutney.
Mm-hmm.
It was local song with Lakan Karia, Basda Jaikaran, Sundar Popo. I could go on calling old names from back in the days.
Mm.
But you know what? You ever going on? In 1989, Moin Mohammed say, because that is the Mohammed program.
Right.
Cultural pattern was the Mohammed family program competition. He said, we're going to add a next category in 1989, call it Chutney. And you know who win the competition? Who win the competition? Make a guess.
Sundar Popo.
No.
Okay. I lost.
Anand Yankaran.
No? Okay.
In 1989, when Anand bust Nanda Baba.
Oh, shucks. Okay.
Right? And Nanda Baba was originally sung in Trinidad by Solo Gildari.
Right.
Uncle of Ruplal Gildari, the nephew of Sohan Gildari, the Gildari family.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Solo is Ruplal uncle, right? Oh no, Solo Gildari is one of Ruplal oldest cousin. Sorry, cousin. Right. So Solo Gildari is the original man who sang Nanda Baba in Trinidad. And Anand, in those days, competition, you could have sing a recorded song. That song was already, nobody had that rules or anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in 1989, when Anand came out with Nanda Baba, that is how, from 1988, from Auntie Rosie to Nanda Baba, 1989, Chutney went wild in Trinidad. Chutney went wild in Trinidad, and Mohan Jaikaran now start doing shows in America and Canada and all over. Mohan Jaikaran, JMC Production.
Yeah, I know Mohan Jaikaran. I'm doing a study on him right now.
Mohan Jaikaran take Chutney music from Trinidad to abroad in a next level, a next standard. So that's how Chutney, ask anybody. Watch me, they might not remember those things.
But I was telling you, need to start writing down these things and we put it on the website for other people to benefit from the knowledge.
Yeah, well, I could do it, but it'll take time too. And then, but you see, I could do that and also, but everybody have their own, they might have their own instinct of how Chutney really blow up.
No, well, but from your perspective, this is not from other people.
Well,
you can only talk.
This is my 40th year of music, you know. And I could prove that.
But I thought when you went Niagara, you say it's 46.
I just turned 45, boy.
25. Okay.
Right? But I mean, I have YouTube shows, programs. There's things with me on YouTube. I playing since a little boy, since 5 years old. I play music. 1981 was my first competition, you know. 1981, and you ever hear about Spectacular Forum?
Well, how are you going to know about that?
Right. Well, back in the days, Spectacular Forum opened in 1980. So when you get opportunity to perform in Spectacular Forum back in the days, is a big boy.
It's true.
Bansra Tramki soon win that competition. That's the first time I will ever meet Drupati Ramgunai in my life. Do you know Drupati Ramgunai was a classical singer first?
Well, I know she have a very wide not wide variety, but her vocal range is not limited. She can do Chutney Soca.
Well, listen to me. I'm telling you, when Drupati Ramgunai came out in singing was in 1981, and I was there as a little boy. I went to play drum for my father, dolak for my father. He was a contestant in that competition. The name of the competition was Battle of the Giants. Battle of the Giants. A lot of the young people, the singers, they don't know that. In my days of music, Floops, we didn't have Rupal and Rakesh, and we didn't have Adesh Samaru, and we didn't have Rasika Dindial, and we didn't have I could call name and name. I mean, all of we are friends. I respect them. But my days of music was Yusuf Khan and Hanif Mohammed and Jamri Hussein and my father Jewan Singh and Sambu Dram and you understand? Ashok Kankaran.
I want to ask you a question, right? People who propose another form of chutney music, popularly known as Chutney Soca, have said on more than one occasion that like we cannot leave the barracks. What do you think about that saying? Meaning
You
that
cannot.
leave the barracks. Meaning that we came here with one style of music and we don't want the music to evolve.
Well, Floops out. I'll be honest with you. I don't see we music really reaching anyway. No, we
I mean in
music
this
going to be. It going to. It can. I don't see it reaching. I don't. Maybe one or two Bhojpuri song might make it to the industry. Or that I just seen it's a part. It's something within our community. And the people who understand it, we have a crowd for that, right? And I don't see it making it like American music.
yeah, but the difference between American music and our music is Americans love their music, whereas we are a bit ashamed to represent with our own music, and that is the biggest problem right now.
Well, but I don't. It's very hard. It's very hard to break the ice. I mean, if Chutney make it to the American industry, you're looking at no time soon, but sometime way down. Because look how long we have so much Spanish people in New York City, right?
Yeah.
And Spanish music has been playing around for so much of years, like samba and merengue and all these things. And only recently in the last 10 years,
Reggaeton.
Spanish crossover with American music, like the
Right.
song Justin Bieber did, right? But that song where he crossed over with the Spanish lyrics and the English lyrics.
I mean Despacito, the Despacito remix or something like
Right,
that.
yeah, right. The little groovy song, right?
Right.
Right. Look how much here. Look how it making a hit
No,
now.
but
So who
let me
knows?
give you
Who knows?
let me tell you
Who knows
something.
somewhere down the line in the future, not close by, but somewhere way down, that if Chutney get a crossover with American star, well, that's the only way we can make it.
I differ. I beg to disagree with that because the difference between reggaeton and chutney music is if you know Spanish people, they listen to reggaeton religiously. They don't listen to much other things, right? Chutney music need to be adopted by Indian people, right? When I say not everybody would like chutney music, that is fine. You know, but right now it have a lot of people who are ashamed to say they like chutney music because it is not a popular
Well,
art form. You understand?
Well,
But if you do the right media spin on it, it could come a very viable product, and that is my firm
remember,
belief.
look, chutney music is for one particular stage, you know. You understand? Because if in within our culture, right, apart from chutney, partying, most of our other songs, style of song, even film songs, Bollywood songs could be appropriate to sing within religious function. Some Bollywood songs. So Bollywood, bhajans, classical, or 10 song, or baita gana, or wrong singing, or however you say it, or 10 singing, all of that could fall under the religious category. Or a wedding, or appropriate audience, not a jump and wave audience, or a non-alcohol thing.
But I mean, chutney is so diverse. It's not only rum and horn and how much wife I have and I don't want my wife. And it's not only that. I know of I saw someone bashing nowadays singers. I know of a guy who took a poem written by a popular Pakistani poet, Gulo Me Rang Bare, and he did a remix of that last year, and that you could sing that anyway. So and it's done in the chutney style. You understand? So I mean, we could agree to disagree, but
yeah, but listen, you not straying from the art form. Remember, we have a basic traditional Trinidad hardcore chutney style to it. Like Himlata, what she was saying, Himlata, Rasika, Rakesh, Ruplal, myself, the late Anand Yankaran, Sambo drum. You understand? We have that's a hardcore traditional style of chutney, right? We are talking about taking a Bangra song and singing it fast or whatever. That's not chutney, right? Not because the tempo fast means it's a chutney, right? We have our own traditional, original style of chutney, right? But bracket off like so compared to what they're saying. Bolini and all kind of. There's something different. I mean, something that I don't have no problem a man taking India lyrics and singing a song in it. But when coming to a competition,
don't sing that. Yeah, I firmly believe in that as well.
When you're singing in a competition, try to be a little original. And let me tell you something. If you get the correct judge and you get people who know music, and in fact, the judges and them who in the category who judging this thing, study in India and thing, I won't call them, but they know music. They're big, they're real big in Trinidad, right? So
don't call no names, don't call no names.
Where the knowledge gone?
It's the framework. If I say
where the knowledge gone? First to begin, who's scanning CSM? Who's scanning? Who doing the scanning in the beginning?
Well, Southtech supposed to do that.
Who's the people who sing down and running the song? And look, watch me. Look, I don't want nobody bash me and say I talking the truth. Ahmed, what we name?
Sagram.
Ahmed Sagram. No despise. His performance was really good. He sang traditional, but that song is not his song.
Yeah, I know what you say. It have a song. Yeah.
Watch me. That song. He sing. Oh, not Chedo Saya. Oh, not Chedo. That song originally singing.
Was sung by a woman. Yes, I know.
No. Oh, not Chedo Saya. Abaki Kumade de Kaya.
We have it on the website.
All right. Look him later. I respect she did a really good performance. The girl sing traditional, but that song she sing is neither she song.
That
song is from India. That song recorded over 20 years ago by Ashok Yankaran.
I gotta check that one.
There's a country. Badala Kalila Bopa de Savanava. I did a good year. It's that old India song.
Ashok Yankaran?
Ashok Yankaran recorded that song many years. And Sham Yankaran.
Okay.
Right? Ashok Yankaran, Sham Yankaran, Solo Gildari. All of them. Even I could call names, but they hear what's going on. The girl did a good performance. She sing traditional. You understand? But I just telling you all these things.
For my educational purpose, yes, I agree with that.
Right? Because, watch me, I ain't give she wrong, because if CSM allowing people to sing back for the last few years, when I've been texting George Singh, and I tell him, George, this song is a recorded song, that song is recorded, he only say, okay, and I will look into it, okay, and I will look into it, and he don't do nothing about it. So I don't see nothing wrong with the people sing back, but why I want to ask him, if you could sing a song recorded, why is it a man can go back and sing Lutela?
That's a good point.
Since Lutela was the first chutney crong of Trinidad, first soca chutney crong.
Yeah, in 1996.
Why is it a man can go back and sing Lutela? You should give the man a chance to sing it back. In 1986, I was in a competition. I take part. I reached the semi-finals. I didn't make it to the grand finals. But I sing in that year too, right? So why is it a man can't go back and sing Lutela?
Maria saying, "Way, if I was real bossing here tonight."
No, is it truth?
Is it truth? Yeah.
Everybody jumping up, but it's just if the people don't have the knowledge, you know. So anyhow, Floops, I give you. I think I'm 100% right. How Chutney really became big, apart from Jupati and they tried to in Suriname. And they're recording, and you know, like one or two of the local artists who had made Chutney recordings in Trinidad in the early 60s, 70s, and 80s, I think. But even though they had made and recorded, even though Sundar Popo had recorded so much of songs, Chutney wasn't a big hit in Trinidad. Until 1988.
When Mohan Jaikaran carried abroad?
No, when Moin Mohammed make it big.
Make the album.
When Moin Mohammed introduced Chutney into the competition field, he made it as a competition.
All right, with the lady who sang what's her name, boy?
Rosie C. You must write them. Take a pen and paper and write this thing down.
I didn't know it was. This is an impromptu history lesson. I didn't come prepared.
Yeah, Rosie C. It had many singers before she, you know. But in that specific competition,
Rosie C.
All them women sing, "Gay me de Delina, that Butterpan Kimoho, Osati, all them women singing film song, but Auntie Rosie gonna bust a Chutney. I was a little boy. I was like 10 years old when in that competition, about 8 to 10 years old, about 10 to 12 years old in that competition. Okay. Now I'm 45 years. Look how long that was.
My mom make an album. No, my mom make the category. make the chutney category after Rosie C bust the chutney on them girl and them who was singing filmy. But
In
again is
1988.
19.
In 1988.
And then he was telling me Anna Nyankaran
1989.
1989 he won.
Anna 1989. Anna 1990. Bodram Holas 1991. Bodram Holas 1992. Anna Nyankaran 93. I can tell you from all who win come down.
But why do you write it down and give me it?
We have time for that, boy. I have to. Somebody have to sit down with me, you know, and take notes. All these things.
We gotta sign your dictation expert to write down all of them things. You know.
Listen to me. Floops remember this, right? As I'm telling you, my days. The only three biggest singer in Trinidad ever live.
Is that Nyankaran?
No, and I never get to meet in my life.
Oh, never get to meet.
The three biggest singer I never meet in the recording and our industry was Henry Tulum Dindial, Isaac Yankaran, and Ram Charitar, right? Ram Charitar he's the man. You ever hear the song? Mano Mano. Asude modesi sakia koleke ram se milo mano mano.
A real song there, boy. Make me feel like I did with my father again, me.
Right, so I'm telling you, you understand? Them is the only three giants and Ustad and in our style of music, I never really get to meet. You understand? Man, in this industry, you call name, them come way after in this music business. Some of them just start to sing Chutney. They themselves know that's all they know. If it wasn't Chutney singing, they never had a name in this industry. Some of them can't sing a bhajan.
A lot of information to digest. A lot. Rosie C and all them names. What upon I have a set of vinyl with all them singers now. Hanif Mohammed and all them kind of thing. 10 Singh classics. They make him
anytime you need to find out something from the last 40 years, 42 years, and even though while I was growing up and with all these old guys, they used to tell me a story. I was fortunate to be amongst the old guys, and they used to tell me the past, who was the singers before they started recording in Trinidad. They used to tell me about our music. So I took notes of all these, you know. I was lucky enough to be around the old fellas.
What do you think about the Chutney Rani competition and the Chutney Raja, chutneymusic.com Raja competition?
That is something good, but I prefer a single competition.
Nah.
Just why? Why you can't do woman and man in one?
No. Have to have separate competition. That is a must. Right?
Yeah, but let me tell you something. You're not giving the artist to prove their ability.
Statistically and historically, the women have not been able to.
You are giving the ladies to prove their chance who is the best woman or is the best man in the main category. But when you have a single competition, it's a fight down. You understand? It's a fight down between two. I mean, you could have the two competitions.
I will be having two competitions. That's a speed. Two competitions, that is a must, and that will not change. That is the long and short idea, you know? Must have two competitions.
So where you planning on having this competition?
Well, as I was telling people, it will start for the first round will be done online, right? It have 4 major countries that will be doing a physical
Yes, it's Suriname, Guyana, Trinidad.
Is it that you're asking where the grand final is going to be held?
Yeah.
For this year, well, not this year. For the first competition, it will be held in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, fine. That's nice. But I personally think a competition is a competition. What is for you will be for you. Under the correct circumstances, the correct circumstances of honesty, right? And having the proper judges and all these things. Understand? We have educated people in Trinidad, you know, trust me. But it's a very, very small country, and we have a lot of friends too.
Yeah.
Right?
Hopefully with proper criteria and all our criteria will be published. It ain't going to be no hush-hush thing. Policies open to public scrutiny. Well, not necessarily public scrutiny, but it will be available for people to read, right? And
Well, I must say, well, good luck in it. I support you all the way. That it's something good. It's good to have something on the other side apart from CSM. It's good to have
we need to give people
competitions.
a other opportunity to really shine
Because
because
like Kim Latta was talking on Facebook. Yes, I was listening to when she spoke on Facebook, right? And
yeah,
we have some real good artists in Trinidad right now, upcoming and old artists too, that they don't want to go back to CSM.
that's right. So why not come out with your own thing and throw in all these people who have found real what do they call it? They disgusted with that competition.
Now, our next thing, Floops. Let me tell you this one too, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of artists financially they're not equipped. They're very. We have some artists they don't have that finance to support themselves in competition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking. You understand? For instance, you have a competition. Some people have fireworks on stage.
Yeah,
Some people
it
have
gives you an
smoke.
unfair advantage.
That's a disadvantage for the artists.
Correct.
Some people they have talent, but they don't have money to support them.
And that is why this competition, I will address that situation. You don't need no props and anything, and don't need that big spin,
I don't think you need dancers either. Come out and sing
It
for your
have
life.
no dancers either. No dancers, no props, no fireworks, nothing. This is a singing competition. This is not, you don't have to dance
That
around like a fool, jump around and like a fool. You deliver your song. You stand, you deliver your song, and I want to be vocally blown away.
you don't need no Moko Jumbi to come and help you on stage singing.
Thank you. That is the aim of the CRC, chutneymusic.com Rani competition, chutneymusic.com Raja competition. 2.
Well, I wish you all the best on it.
But have a GoFundMe page, you can check it out if you're serious about supporting the culture. Chuck in a little thing, and I better let you go before you get no more money.
Yeah, I gotta go now, Floops. But anyhow, it was nice being on your program again.
Yeah.
I know when I come on the program, I bored some people because some people don't like to hear a lot of
No,
the
well, you
correct
see,
thing. I just try to enlighten their head. Some people don't know what these things why we talking about.
no, well, that is them because they at least at the end of the day, they can't say they were not told because I like a sponge, right? I like to soak up as much information as possible. I
The
pick
last
sense
time
from
when I was
nonsense.
on your program, a couple people is like, "Oh, this guy talking plenty." Oh,
Mm.
you understand? But your program is all about learning, it's about knowledge and towards our
Mhm.
culture.
Trust me,
So
we have a
anyhow,
hardcore following. I could probably hold this program till 1 o'clock in the morning, and I can still have people. I just had to run people off the program so I could go and sleep and thing. But that just goes to show you that the market is screaming out for someone to come and do something different, develop the cultural aspects of the thing. Mastana Bahar, maybe the guys and them were getting old or something. They needed somebody to reinvigorate that competition, some new blood or whatever. But it was a pretty good competition. I know it have allegations of cheating in that as well.
you
And
see, back in the days, right? Floops, back in the days, right? Singers was taught.
to sing.
Singers was taught to sing, right? I could tell you, man, like who one of my Ustad Jamir Hussein, right? When he told me when he came out, Uncle Jamir, he died recently,
Yeah, Ram
right?
Rasili. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will know him as, but anyhow, when Jamir Hussein started singing, he went by Isaac Yankaran and started learning, right? Then also he started singing with Naya Zamana after. Now Jewan and Naya Zamana and those orchestra, and to be in Naya Zamana Orchestra or BWIA International Orchestra,
By Harry
you can't,
Mahape.
right? You have to be learn. Your voice, your vocal has to be on tune. You have to have Murki, Girgadi, Alap, all these things. And the musician that they had on this day, like Nasalu Romaya, those guys was really good at their music. They was trained. So they are the one who used to conduct their band, and remember band music back in the days was really big and was all about singing and who have
Instrumentation and
an
singing.
instrument who playing the best music. It wasn't about noise, bang, 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 bang. Right? Anyhow, Floops, let me run, bro. Was nice
Yeah.
talking to you again.
All right then,
I
take
gotta
care.
go. All right, bye.
Right, so we got a good history lesson there from our good friend Aaron Jewan Singh, classical traditional chat.